Oh, it's so good. And it has been too long indeed. Multiple Juno Award winner, CCMA Award winner multiple times as well. Music's biggest hockey fan, ladies and gentlemen, Warner recording artist, Brett Kissel. How's it going, man?
Well, Jeff, I mean, with an introduction like that, I mean, come on. I feel truly like $1 million. I should send you an e-transfer at least $100, yes. Maybe $200 for that intro. Like that was heavy duty. Thank you.
That's cool. I'll have my agent call you. It's good. It's good. Listen, it's such an exciting day because new music from Brett Kissel is always a good thing. But we're gonna talk about the direction the music's going, what's going on. We're gonna talk about new album and all of that. But first, I want to talk about this new single that's dropped, "Make a Life, Not a Living." Talk to me about that. If that almost sounds like a motivational speech.
Well, very much so. And I mean, and I appreciate you bringing that up and giving me the platform, obviously, to talk about this song, because quite frankly, Jeff, it's more than just the song to me. This is the start of a brand new chapter for me. Over the last year, like so many of us, I've taken stock of what I have and what I got, and tried my very best to be as grateful as I possibly can and thankful as I can, because there is a lot of darkness. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of things that can disappoint us every day in the era that we're living in right now. But if you reverse that and reverse that mindset, and maybe you take a little bit more time to go inside or cling tight to your wife and your kids, like I've been able to do this year, I feel like I found a lot of happiness in a lot of the little things. And so that's why I wanted to record this song and have that central theme be a part of this new record and this new chapter in my life. So I'm really, really grateful for, I guess this next step.
Yeah, we're going to get to that new album in just a second. Make a Life, Not a Living is the new single out today from Brett Kissel. And Brett, it was funny because the last time you and I saw each other in person, you said to me, and this was pre-pandemic, it's almost like the world's forced you into your own plan, but pre-pandemic, you said, look, I've been running hard and I am going to get a little bit better balance in my life. And then the world made sure that happened.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? That's one of the things that I'm finding, that words have a lot of power, and how you manifest things can truly become reality. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't manifest shutdown, lockdown, quarantine in any way, shape, or form. And I also didn't ask for it to happen this way. But this is the hand, and these are the cards that we've all been dealt. So what are we going to do with it? Right. And quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, they say you got to make lemonade out of lemons, right? Well, I mean, we got dealt some pretty rotten lemons, all of us. But what can you do with it now? I took this opportunity to see a lot of this as actually a gift of time, and the gift of time to be creative, the gift of time to find more balance, and to understand what really matters in this world as I look into the eyes of my kids and Cece, my wife, and spend time on the farm and just put my feet in the dirt and go and climb a tree, or go fix fences, or go out on my quad and just go out in the back 40. I never got a chance to do that since I was a teenager. And how crazy is it, Jeff? I couldn't wait to leave the farm when I was a teenager. In fact, I kind of put up my middle fingers and I said, see you later, see you never. And now I can't wait to get back there. And now we're living there. I feel really grateful that things are coming full circle.
I love this because the album is out April 9th. You can pre-order right now from Brett Kissel. It's called What is Life? And that is the question I think a lot of people, the record scratch happened, the world stopped, and we all went, whoa. What? And you're right, there's that opportunity. So the album is really philosophical.
It certainly is. I didn't intend for it to be that way, but I guess the central theme that I was always coming back to was the quest for the answer to that question. Right. What is life? What is it really? I tried really hard to figure out, what good am I? What good do I bring to this world? If you take away a guitar and a microphone, or more importantly, for an entertainer like me, if you take away a stage from underneath my cowboy boots, what can I really do? What can I provide this world? And as I searched for that and realized that a lot of things that are beyond my control, I just got to focus on what I can control and maybe get a little bit more creative and go back to my roots and maybe just not be so concerned about having a song that just is going to get out to radio and focus on songs that really have meat on the bone. I realized, Jeff, that this album isn't really hit driven like other things I've done in the past. It's actually driven by heart. And I'm very lucky that I think Make a Life, Not a Living has the elements of what a hit song needs. But my focus wasn't just a hooky melody and some fluffy words that are going to make you feel good as you're driving to work at 7 a.m. There was something a lot deeper and a lot more important that I wanted to have on this project and in the songs that I wrote or the songs that I selected, this being, the first one.
I think it's good because it reflects where we are all at in our lives. So, when the party's rolling, we're happy and you're making that album. And now when life makes us stop and question, you're making this album and it's kind of reflecting. And I'm hoping that because just reading the track listing, it seems pretty optimistic, like looking toward the future. And I'm hoping as we all emerge from this, that it kind of reflects that feeling.
It really does. And I appreciate you saying that because there is truly a song on here for everybody. And some of the things that I really thought about a lot were, being a lot more grateful and also focusing on things like celebration too, because we didn't know how good we had it, in say 2019 or 18 and partying at the Canadian Country Music Awards or having you guys backstage at an event that we were doing in Ottawa or throwing back a couple beers, like whatever it was. Well, I'm still writing songs about that. In fact, I'm writing those songs with more passion now. In fact, there's a song that I recorded called Sliding Your Way, which is an ode to the song by Diamond Rio, I start walking your way, you start walking mine. And I would sing that song, playing the rodeo dances, but I would also two-step to that song every night at the old Cook County Saloon or Ranchman's Dance Hall in Calgary with my wife, Cecilia. And so I have a real ode to Diamond Rio in that song. Well, what is life? Life is about reminiscing about some of the best memories you've ever had. So we try to bottle that up and put it into a song. And that's truly how this whole record came together. There's a lot of intention behind every choice I made on this project.
Now, usually when you're talking about a new album, we don't go backwards and look back, but I think it matters because Now or Never really opened up a lot of doors south of the border for you, got you a lot of exposure. You played the Grand Ole Opry several times. Does that ever become regular?
Never. You just don't get used to it. I mean, I spoke to Terry Clark briefly when she and I and Megan Patrick, we did a thing for the Canadian Country Music Awards. Dallas Smith was there and the four of us did a songwriter circle. And I felt there was a lot of power, Canadian power around that sacred circle. And I asked Terry, who's the only living Canadian member of the Grand Ole Opry, only female member of the Grand Ole Opry from Canada. And I said, does it get old to you? She says, actually, sometimes she feels more nervous stepping into the circle because with each passing year or each passing Saturday night on the Grand Ole Opry, the legacy of the Opry carries more weight and is more important now than it's ever been. And it was the most important show in the 60s, and it's still the most important show in 2021. So for me, as a guy who's only played it 12 times, I think to myself, holy Toledo, if Terry Clark and Vince Gill and Brad Paisley can tell me that they're still nervous, then I don't stand a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that old saying, if you're not nervous, you don't care. That certainly is going to apply forever there. So the new album, we're talking with Brett Kissel, the new album is called What Is Life, out April 9th, pre-order available right now. Let me ask you, when you're putting together a passion project, like you said that this is, do you run this by Cecilia? And is she your rock that will tell you the truth no matter what?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I believe that the amount of, effort that she puts into it and heart and soul that she puts into any project I do, from a live tour to creating merchandise to the songs that I select, I love that relationship. I love that she also gives me the freedom as the artist and as the creator to speak my mind and speak my truth and maybe go down a path, but she's an incredible guide and an incredible support system. So a lot of these songs, as I was piecing this all together, and before I even pitched it to Warner Music, my record label, or my managers, I said, this is what I want to do. This is what my heart is telling me I need to do. And she said, well, then you need to have all the confidence when you're going into that pitch meeting, essentially with your team, to not say that this is something you're thinking about doing, to maybe have the confidence to say, you know what, it's the 5th record. This is where we're at right now in the world. This is what I'm going to do. Yeah. And I love that everybody who heard the songs, who understood the concept, bought in really quickly. And now we've got that consensus of my internal team, of me and Cecilia, plus management, plus record label, plus producers. That's a lot of power, a lot of brain power, a lot of heart and soul from a lot of different people that are believing in this project the same way that I'm believing in it. So regardless of whatever statistics we may or may not achieve with this record, I'm just grateful that we all believe in what the album stands for.
Yeah, I love that team feeling. And I know that the number one answer to this, what's the first thing you're going to do when we all get vaccinated and we all come out of this whole crazy chaos, would be hit a stage, Jeff, obviously. But tell me what you're going to do. What's the first thing you're going to do that's not music related for just you, or maybe you and Cecilia? Like, what have you been missing the most? What are you going to get out there and do?
You know what? I told you one-on-one a year and a bit ago about balance and about travel. We talked a lot about that. Yeah. And you know what? And I do miss travel. I miss flying and I miss going to see other places. I feel so grateful that I've been able to travel across Canada and pretty much every state in America now. And for me, I'm not going to wait for a hole in my schedule. I'm going to plan a wonderful trip for Cece and I to go to a place that we've always wanted to go. We've always wanted to go to India. We've always wanted to see Thailand. We've always wanted to go to Iceland. We always wanted to go to Sweden and Finland, and I don't know, go find one of those great restaurants from Netflix that, I don't know, you got to book 3 years in advance. I don't know. We're going to do that. And we're going to do so many great things with our kids to make sure that we can give them that element of culture too. So they're not just looking on their screen about what it looks like on a beach or what it looks like in different cultures with people from different backgrounds. We want to take our children to those places to learn specifically what it would be like to experience a day in the life there. So those are the big things. It's all centered around travel and different countries and different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different cuisine, culture. That's very important to us.
Well, that's making a life and not a living. Right?
It is. It is,
Perfect.
100%.
I know what our number one travel destination for the rest of us watching here is a Brett Kissel concert. You're under orders to bring us one of those as soon as it's safe and humanly possible.
Okay, I'm going to make you a promise that not only will I do that, but I hope everybody has something to wipe away my tears, because I can tell you right now, whether it's at Canadian Tire Center, whether we do something in one of the theaters like we've done before with you guys at Algonquin, whether I just go to one of the honky tonks that I've been to before, like Crazy Horse, is that one of the, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So good.
I'll tell you, when I hit the stage, I'm just going to cry. I'm going to cry for the first half an hour, the whole damn show, because I miss it so much. Yeah. So as long as everybody can, the power of manifestation is a very powerful thing. So let's manifest, let's meditate on it. Let's pray for it. Whatever you want to do, let's ask for live music to come back, and we'll make it so.
Well, you're going to bring your award-winning band to a big show near everyone when this all ends. And I know that that magical feeling is going to be something indescribable. And I hope that we all take stock of that when that happens. I can't wait for it. Brett Kissel, new album is coming out April 9th. The question is, what is life? And I hope that we get closer to answering that question coming up soon. Thanks, man. Thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. The pleasure's all mine. I love speaking with you. I love reconnecting, and just thank you for your time. I don't take it for granted.
Yeah, we're all having a drink pretty soon, pal.
Good.